Good morning. It's Saturday, September 7th, 2019. We're in final prep for the arrival of Hurricane Dorian. Everything at the house has been done that needs to be done. Deck cleared off, all those types of things. My biggest concern for this storm is the zinger. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this one. I've also got a couple of final errands to finish up with, so we're going to run out and do that now. Get back, do our final stabilization, final prep of the RV before the winds and heavy rain really hit this place. So stick around, keep me company. I'm a little nervous about this one. So I'm driving through our subdivision and I can see that I'm glad to see that people are taking this seriously. Anything loose laying around has the potential of becoming a projectile. And that's the biggest concern for me with our RV is it's a big target, it's a tin box. These things are far from built like tanks. They are vulnerable to debris, so any type of large projectiles that might end up hitting the trailer, I'm concerned about that. We did survive Hurricane Juan back in 2003. We were fairly new homeowners at that time. We didn't have a trailer. Having that experience, the memories do come back pretty strong, and you know you got to take prep pretty serious. We're still floating around a good solid Category 1 hurricane. So it's evident in the grocery stores. The storm chips were gone last night. Check this picture out. Places are cleaned out. But all joking and all humor aside, it's serious business. It's certainly looking like it's going to pass through Halifax at some point here. So all we can do is prepare the best, prepare for a few days of not having power, managing food and water, and above everything, personal security, everybody's security and safety. So let's walk through my plan here with the trailer. First of all, I'm going to unplug the trailer, and at that point my fridge is going to flip over to propane. I'm going to clean out the fridge, move it into the house, and shut the fridge off. I did have one experience in the past where I put the trailer in the yard and I did not level it, and the fridge shut down. Propane fridges are very sensitive to being level. If they're not as level as possible, you may have issues with function. So I don't want to take that chance. We don't have too much left in there anyway. We pretty much had her cleaned out after our last 2-week camping trip. I'm going to raise my stabilizers. I'm going to drop the nose right down. I'm going to hook it onto the back of the truck, and I'm going to turn the truck angled this way as much as possible. I know I'm going to be out on the road, so I'm going to bring the car back so that anybody that's coming up the road, the car is going to be the blocker for the truck on the angle. So let's get at this and get her all hunkered down, get inside, and we'll ride out the storm. It's pretty windy and rainy out now, so I figure I'll do this from the comfort of my car. I did get things hooked up with the truck onto the trailer in the yard, and you can see I am nosed out a little bit up here. But it's not too bad. I'll park the car in front of the truck so nobody will come screaming up around the corner and clip the front of the truck, since it's not a typical position to put a vehicle in. Things worked out pretty good. I got her cut pretty hard over, and obviously clear the body of the trailer. So I've left the front stabilizers down just for some added stability, and that'll be it. So we're just a few hours from the storm arriving with its full force. It's sounding like that the track is going to run through my community, so a little nervous about this. Yeah, we've done everything we can to prep, and outside of that, there's nothing we can do. We'll buckle down and stay safe and see what's left behind when the storm's gone. Check in a bit.
I don't think it's the eye of the storm, but it's gotten really calm. There's like just a minor gentle breeze. It had even stopped raining for a bit, and the rain is just starting to pick up a little bit again. The we're probably getting close to landfall, so we may be on the fringe of it or something. I can't get online to much of anything. Of course, our Wi-Fi's down, no power. Trying to get on to TV through my phone. I can't get enough bandwidth. I'm lucky to even get a peek on Facebook at things, so I don't know what's going on there. I might try my wife's phone. She's got a different service provider. See what I can find out, any details as to where the eye is. As far as the RV goes, it's great. I actually cooked spaghetti meat sauce out here. The wind was coming up the street, so there's no tree to fall in the trailer. I wasn't too concerned, but she was doing a bit of rocking. I think hooking up to the truck was a perfect idea. Thanks, Tim, for that tip. We'll see what unfolds over the next 6 to 12 hours, and we'll check in with you. So wish us luck, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Oh my God, look at the moon. We're in the midst of Hurricane Dorian, and you can see we're just watching the eye of the hurricane passing over us. At our place, we fared off pretty well. Quite a variety of leaves in the pool, which is to be expected. I did lose a couple of shingles off the ridge, but that was out in the grass, so I can fix that one pretty easy. We are running our Furman 3300i. It's working out perfectly. Back up here is our biggest damage. So we've got one tree lost. Well, we made it through Hurricane Dorian, and prep for the trailer went very well. We're just going to disconnect the truck from the trailer now and get the trailer re-leveled in the driveway. One of the things I'd mentioned to you was about the propane-powered fridges, how they are quite sensitive to being level. And I did not end up shutting it down. The lights were still on the front of the fridge, and they're still on the front of the fridge, showing that it's running on gas. But I just opened it up now. So this is just shortly after lunch the next day, and things are starting to defrost. So the fridge is not running, the lights are on. Come have a look. So you can see here it's showing on in gas. When I looked in here, you could see water down on the bottom shelf, and my fins are not ice cold, and everything is, usually there's a bit of frost on the fridge fins. And it's all thawed out. The reason why I get a bit of water down here is this tray that runs along here. It's got a little drain hole. It's supposed to drain out. That thing always freezes. So when this fills up with water, it starts coming out, it comes down, and starts running out of the fridge down in the corner. So looking up here, I can see things are starting to defrost. Like those frozen drinks are thawed right out. We do have a hamburger patty that was left over from camping, and it is getting soft. Oh, it's fine to cook. These things are just starting to thaw out. I've still got ice back here, but it's, as you can see, it's coming off. So the appearance of the fridge, it's good, but it has shut down. Got a pack of chicken down here. That's still frozen right down the bottom. But I'm not going to take a chance. We'll cook that up. We'll barbecue that stuff up today. So as far as everything else goes, it was pretty basic prep in here. The slides are in. I ended up closing the vents on the top. When I was out here cooking, I opened them because it was getting very steamy and moist in here. And I just left them open. We had no infiltration of rain, so those vent covers on the roof, if there's anything that you're going to spend money on with your trailer, that's something I'd recommend, is the covers for your roof vents, because then if it's raining or any type of bad weather, you can still have those open and you get that positive circulation of air out of your trailer.
One of the benefits of having the trailer in the yard close to a window is I can do a quick visual inspection of the roof. There's nothing really that stands out to me outside of right behind the rear roof vent. Looks like it's been scuffed up a bit, so I'm gonna have to take a good look at that. I'll end up walking the perimeter with a ladder. just to make sure there's no rips in the roof material.
So I had to come to see this in Halifax, downtown Halifax, construction of an apartment building, and the crane collapsed. It's been all over the news. There's crews on site now. They're starting to erect a giant crane to peel the shrapnel and debris off this building. So here's the basket that had the counterweights in it. And here's the counterweights out on the street. It's just a pure miracle that nobody was driving or walking along the road here when this thing collapsed.
Hurricane Dorian was a storm to be taken seriously. Although most of the damage was trees and coastal flooding, it didn't have the wallop the tightly packed wand brought us in 2003. Atlantic Canada will clean up and recover in short time, but our hearts go out to the Bahamas, where so many have nothing left to recover from. Consider donating to the Red Cross to help with the long-term humanitarian aid they desperately need.